Getting to 100K invested can be extremely hard, at least it was for myself. But once you hit that six figures invested, you're actually much closer to a million than you think. In today's video, I'm going to touch on the math behind why that is and exactly how long you can expect to reach $1 million once you hit 100K invested. Real quick, if you're new here, my name is Cade and I share my learnings and experiences from reaching six figures invested in my 20s. So if you're into that, hit the subscribe button down below. I would greatly appreciate it since I'm a new channel. And then we're gonna go ahead and get into the video and start by talking about what returns you can expect to help you get from that $100,000 to 1 million. If we look back at the historical returns of the S&P 500 over the last 30 years, we'll see that with dividends reinvested, the S&P has averaged about 10% annually. If you account for inflation, this number goes to a little bit over 7.5%. And so for our calculation of this, we're going to assume 8%. But a quick note on that is that 8% is the average. This is not what you can really expect exact year to year to year with the S&P 500. If you go and look at the year-to-year returns, one year will be 25%, one year will be plus 15%, and then the year after that will be negative 15%. There's a lot of volatility year to year in the returns, so just keep in mind when you're investing that 8% is the average, but in order to hit that average, you need to stay invested over the long term. So now we have a good idea of the annual returns that we can actually expect from the S&P 500. And so in a second, I'm going to show this custom chart that I built that assumes we are going to invest $7,500 annually. The reason I chose that number is that is currently the Roth IRA max that you can contribute. And so your gains in a Roth IRA account are also tax-free, so it makes the numbers easier for this calculation. And then we are going to assume that 8% annual number, so pretty much accounting for inflation to give us as clean a picture as possible on this chart. Giving you a quick overview of the chart so you know exactly what you're looking at. Total contributions are shown by the green line. The total value of your account is shown by the orange line. And the kicker, hint, the amount that your account grew that year is shown by the blue vertical lines. And so by looking at this chart, you can see that you will hit the 100K mark at just over 9 years of investing. At that 9-year mark, the value of our account hits $100,000. We've invested $67,000 at that point, so we have a little bit over $30,000 in gains. And the growth of our account that year, which if you see here, was actually $7,493. The cool part about this is that if you're paying attention, $7,500 is what we are contributing annually. So once you hit that 9-year mark and almost 10-year mark right there, the amount that your account is growing year to year is actually more than you are contributing. And so that is a huge factor as we continue to look at this chart to keep in mind. Moving on to year 15, you can see that our account value has increased to around $220,000 and we've invested around $111,000. We are at this point over $100,000 in gains. And then the growth of our account in year 15 was $16,000. So that is over double our contribution of $7,500. Moving into year 20, the value of our account now is over $250,000. We're at $370K. We've invested $150K, so we have over $200,000 in gains, and the growth of our account now is at $27,000. This is above minimum wage for a lot of people, and so you can really see the compounding potential starting to gain speed as we move into these later years. And that was completely passive. You didn't have to monitor. That's with the S&P 5. That's with it invested in the S&P 500 and it doing that passively. Fast forward 5 more years down the road and we're at year 25, and we can see that the value of our account is almost at $600,000. We've invested $187K at this point, and the growth was $43,000 by itself this year. Those blue bars are really starting to have an impact. So you are basically passively earning some people's salary in your portfolio at this point. And then finally, that magic number right at the end of 31 years, we'll just say 32 for here on the calculation standpoint to make things easy, is when you hit that $1 million invested. And so you've contributed 240 grand up to this point. So that means you have over $750,000 in gains that you have earned. And in that year, your portfolio actually earned over $80,000 by itself. And so in this last year, your portfolio earned $80,000, which is almost more than that 100K you had invested we looked at initially that took you 9 years to hit. And that is kind of the key. So while the first 100K took you 9, almost 10 years, you actually earn that almost passively in your portfolio once you get up to that $1 million. And so just by thinking about that, it's kind of mind-blowing. But like I said before, it really paints a picture of the compound interest potential once you give your portfolio time to grow. Unfortunately though, a lot of people won't even let their portfolio reach this point, because when you start investing that small amount of money, it can be really hard, to reach that 100K invested. A 10% return on $1,000 is only $100. A 10% return on $10,000 is only $1,000. But a 10% return on $1,000,000 is 100 grand. And so it's really important just in those early stages. While it might seem like you're not making any progress, the important part is to stay consistent, because even small amounts of money can compound. And like we've been talking about, once you would hit that 100K, a 10% at that point, that's 10K that year that you made passively. And so the larger your portfolio gets, the more potential compounding has to help you fuel your growth without you having to put in so much money. To add the cherry on top and maybe provide even a little bit better visual representation of this, if you're more of a visual learner like myself, I'm also going to include a picture of this chart here that my boy Cade on X posted. The key with this chart that I like here the most is that once you hit that 100K, you are 25% of the way to 1 million in terms of time. And then you can look at this chart in the years to achieve, right? So you hit 100K, you're gonna reach 200K in 5 years. 300K, once you hit that mark, you're 50% of the way there time-wise, right? And so compounding is gonna take over at that point, and you'll reach that 1 million much faster. If you look at that 800 to 900K row right there, once you hit 900K, in order to get a 1 million, it's only gonna take you 1.35 years. So it will take you less than 2 years to make that last 100K, when the first 100K took you almost 8 years to achieve. If you like this chart from Cade, I actually have a free PDF down below that you can download of my 10 favorite follows on X. I've been running an X account now for I think 5 years. I have around 50,000 followers on there in the investing space. And so I've seen a lot of accounts come and go, but I have my 10 favorite ones on that list there if you want to curate your X feed a little bit. It's one of my favorite places actually for investing content. So get that down below, link in the description if you want it completely free. A few things that I learned while trying to reach that initial 6 figures invested was the importance of a simple investing strategy. All these returns here assume, a 7 to 8% annual return, which is just the S&P 500, right? And you can do that with a passive ETF like VOO that you can set up with your brokerage to buy every month, and you only have to look at it, a few minutes every year to get that set up. So having a simple investing strategy that you can stick with consistently is super important. The second thing, and this is not very common, and a lot of investing gurus won't say this, but is that your income has a direct correlation to how fast you can hit this goal, right? If we're assuming $7,500 or 10K invested. If you raise your income and you have more disposable income to invest, this timeline is only going to get shorter, right? You can only cut so much out of your normal spending and have the rest to invest. But at some point you have to raise that top line if you want to invest more and hit this timeline quicker. So just keep that in mind. I'm super encouraging of investing, even small amounts when you're starting out and, moving towards the bigger things in life. But just keep in the back of your head that if you want to make more in the market, you have to have more money in the market, which the best way to do that is to make more money so that you can invest it. And the last thing that I kind of learned during this process is that tracking your investments is actually super important. It can actually be super motivating. I use the Monarch Money app. I have a full video on that. If you want to check out the review, I'll link it up here that my wife and I use. But there's an investments tab in there. It lets you see your net worth change as all your investments grow. You can track all your accounts in there. And so that's something that I highly recommend, because there is some dedication that it takes to invest consistently like this over that first 10 years to hit your 100K. So seeing your progress and how it impacts your net worth is actually very encouraging. So I highly recommend doing that if you aren't doing it yet and you're shooting to hit that initial 6 figures invested. Let me know down below if you've hit that initial 6 figures invested, or if you're working towards that big $1 million number. Hit the like button as well. Since I'm a new channel, it would greatly help me out. And then go ahead and check out one of my previous videos right here and right here. And then I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.